You think your life is complicated? Try being an octopus with 8 legs to manage. Oh yes, welcome to the world of 8-legged shenanigans, where life is a constant struggle between left, right, and all the other directions you can think of. Imagine the daily chore of deciding which leg to put forward first. Or the awkward situation of getting tangled in your own legs during an impromptu underwater dance-off. Not to mention those embarrassing moments when you trip over your own limbs and land face first into the sandy ocean floor. It's not easy being an octopus, folks. It's a life full of slapstick humor and comedic errors, all thanks to those 8 mischievous legs. So next time you're feeling a bit clumsy or uncoordinated, just remember, at least you're not an octopus. If you thought patting your head and rubbing your stomach was hard, imagine having to coordinate 8 legs. Scene script: ever seen an octopus do a somersault? Well, you're about to. Now you might be thinking, an octopus doing gymnastics? You've got to be squidding me. But hold your seahorses, folks, because the aquatic acrobats you're about to witness will surely make a splash. First up, we have the octo twirl. Just like a seasoned gymnast, this octopus knows how to stick the landing. With a swift motion, it tumbles over, swirls around, and voila! A perfect underwater cartwheel. And the crowd goes wild. Or well, the fish do. Next, we have the octobend. Watch as this octopus stretches and flexes, bending its body in ways that would make even the most flexible yoga instructor green with envy. Downward dog? More like downward octopus. And then, the piece de resistance, the octoflip. This daring performer takes a leap of faith, flipping head over tentacles to execute a stunning backflip. The precision, the grace, the sheer audacity. I tell you folks, it's a sight to behold. But wait, there's more. We also have the octo swing. Watch as this playful creature swings from one coral to another, its tentacles acting as its own personal trapeze. Look at it go, swinging and swaying to the rhythm of the ocean. It's like watching an underwater Tarzan in action. And let's not forget the octospin. This octopus spins around faster than a disco ball at a 70s dance party. Round and round it goes, where it stops nobody knows. Now I know what you're thinking. This is all well and good, but do octopuses get dizzy? Well, my friend, that's a question for another day. So there you have it. A showcase of impressive underwater acrobatics. An octopus might not win a gold medal at the Olympics, but it sure knows how to put on a show. Who knew the ocean had its own Cirque du Soleil? Now you see me, now you don't. Welcome to the world of the octopus, the ultimate hide-and-seek champion. Just when you think you've got them figured out, these 8-armed tricksters pull a vanishing act that would put Houdini to shame. Let's dive into the world of these masters of disguise. Picture this. An unsuspecting crab minding its own business. Suddenly what seemed to be a harmless piece of coral comes to life, revealing itself to be our mischievous octopus. Talk about a surprise party the crab never saw coming. And it's not just their fellow sea dwellers they fool. Imagine a diver, scanning the ocean floor for an elusive octopus. Little does he know, the rock he's been hovering over is the very creature he's been looking for. Gotcha! Now that's what I call rock-solid camouflage. What's even more comedic is the way these octopuses can change not just their color, but their texture too. One moment, they're as smooth as a pebble. The next, they're as spiky as a sea urchin. It's like they've got their own underwater wardrobe, ready to suit up for any occasion. But let's not forget about their dramatic flair. When an octopus decides to make an exit, they don't just swim away. Oh no, they engulf themselves in a cloud of ink like a superstar disappearing off stage. Talk about making a splash, and let's not overlook their sense of timing. They've got a knack for turning invisible just when you least expect it. Just when you think you've caught them red-handed, or should I say, red-tentacled, they blend seamlessly into the background. Now that's some top-notch visual comedy. In the end, it's clear these octopuses are the real jesters of the deep blue. They've got the whole ocean fooled with their shape-shifting shenanigans. And we can't help but laugh along. So next time you're playing hide-and-seek, just remember, you're never going to beat an octopus. They've got this game down to a fine art. Or should I say, a fine octart. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? Who needs opposable thumbs when you've got 8 versatile tentacles? Let's dive right into the realm of octopuses versus technology, a clash of titans that's more gripping than a Hollywood blockbuster. Picture this, an octopus, let's call him Oscar, is faced with a man-made contraption. It's a jar, and inside a delicious crab is waiting for a rescue. But wait, Oscar doesn't have hands, no thumbs, not a single finger. But he has something better. 8 wavy, wacky, and wonderfully efficient tentacles. With a twist here and a turn there, voila, the crab is free and lunch is served. Now let's move on to another scene. Oscar finds a Rubik's Cube, the infamous puzzle that stumped many a human. Watch as Oscar, with a tentacle on every color, makes short work of it. He's not just solving it, he's practically doing a speed run. And there you have it, folks. An octopus who could give a seasoned gamer a run for his money. But it's not just about opening jars or solving puzzles. These 8-armed marvels have been known to tinker with cameras, play with toys, and even dismantle equipment. It's as though they're saying, who needs a degree in engineering when you've got natural-born curiosity and a set of flexible appendages? In one corner we have technology, the pinnacle of human achievement. In the other, we have the octopus, a creature that's been around for millions of years, mastering the art of adaptation. It's a showdown for the ages, folks, and it's clear that the octopus is not about to back down. Just remember, the next time you're struggling to open a pickle jar, you could be outdone by an octopus. And that, my friends, is the power of 8. So let's raise our 8 imaginary tentacles to these amazing cephalopods, who continue to surprise, delight, and teach us that intelligence comes in many forms. And you thought opening a pickle jar was tough? Think your escape room skills are top-notch? Wait till you see this. Ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen those epic jailbreak movies, right? But I bet none of them feature an 8-legged mastermind. That's right, I'm talking about the octopus, the underwater Houdini. Now you may think your last escape room experience was challenging, but these guys are performing breakout acts on a whole other level. Take a look at this fellow over here. Trapped in a boat, you say? Not for long. With a quick survey of his surroundings, he's found his exit route, and off he goes, slithering over the side, and splat, back into the water. You've got to admire that determination. That's not just escaping, that's style. Now let's move on to this aquarium scene. You might think, hey, that's a secure tank, no way out of there. But our octopus friend begs to differ. A quick squeeze here, a little push there, and voila, he's out and about, giving the security cameras a little wave on his way out. Talk about making a splash. And who could forget this daring escape from a fishing net? Just when you think he's all tangled up, he pulls a fast one and slips right out, leaving the fisherman scratching his head in disbelief. I mean, who needs keys when you've got 8 flexible arms and an IQ that rivals a dog's? These guys are not just escape artists, they're problem solvers. They see a situation, analyze it, and find their way out. And they do it with such flair that it's hard not to be impressed. I mean, they're basically the James Bonds of the sea, minus the tuxedo, of course. So the next time you're struggling to find the exit in an escape room, just remember these octopuses. They've got the art of escaping down to a science. And they do it all without a lockpick or a map. Now that's impressive. Houdini, eat your heart out. As we wrap up, let's take a look at some Octo outtakes that didn't make the cut. First up, we have an octopus who's clearly a little too eager to make friends with a diver's camera. Talk about a close-up. And who could forget about our 8-legged friend who mistook a jellyfish for a fancy hat? Now that's what we call high fashion, undersea style. Then there's Mr. Show-Off, trying to juggle not 1, not 2, but 3 pebbles. Well, we've got to give him credit for trying. And let's not forget the time when an octopus tried to pull off a James Bond-style escape, only to slip and slide all over the place. Finally, we have an octopus who decided to play peekaboo with a seashell. You've got to admire their commitment to the game. Remember, even with 8 legs we all stumble sometimes. Until next time, keep laughing and keep learning.